Do you have a lot of cash hidden in your mattress, saved away in a coffee can, maybe hidden in the backyard? Well, cash transactions are notorious for making the mortgage process difficult. Why? We as lenders have to make sure that all money coming to the table, whether it's for down payment, closing costs, or anything related to the transaction, has to be sourced and verified. We have to make sure we understand where it came from, that it wasn't borrowed, a new debt that you incurred, or from maybe an illegal source that isn't allowed to be a part of a real estate transaction. So large cash, things like that of your nature need to be discussed with your lender and figured out a way to use that in a safe and documentable reason to use it. So no large cash transactions. If you get money from anyone, whether it is your parents, an insurance proceed, inheritance, a bonus, things like that that are out of the ordinary, make sure you discuss all of that with your mortgage lender so we can make sure we have the appropriate documentation, that we have a copy of the check and any other trailing documents that go with it so you can use that a part of your real estate transaction. So it's not impossible to use this money, it just requires more documentation, and definitely check with your lender before you do any of that in order to make this a verifiable use of funds. Okay. The second thing is don't make any large purchases. So I have lots of clients that are during the mortgage process want to go buy furniture or items or a shop for their backyard or a shed. But if you use your money, your assets that we expect to use during the transaction for the transaction, or reserves, which is money left in your bank account after you close on the home, if those things change during the loan process, you can affect your ability to be approved by the lender. So make sure that all of those large transactions, you discuss that with your lender and you don't do any of that prior to closing on your loan if they say so, okay? I want you to be really wary of opening up any new credit. If you go and finance furniture, a new car, a little loan, anything like that, it is going to throw up a red flag on your credit report. During the mortgage process, we monitor your credit. We want to see if you have applied for any new mortgage, and it throws a trigger over to us. And that means that when we take a look and we get that alert, we're going to need you to explain what you did. If it had a loan associated with it, that is a new debt and it can affect your ability to get a new mortgage. We have to get the promissory note, your balance and your monthly payment, and put that into your mortgage application. So even if you've already been pre-approved or you're under contract on a house, that now is extra documentation, which is going to delay it and possibly affect your ability to even be qualified for the home you're under contract on. So do not apply for any new loans. That goes for items of you, for your credit and your purpose, and co-signing for anybody. So if you have a friend or a family member who says, I really need help purchasing a new car, your answer is, I am under contract to purchase a home. That is not something I can do for you right now. Make sure that you do not finance any transactions for them, okay? Lastly is changing bank accounts, closing bank accounts, or moving money from back and forth. If you start moving money around, we have to trace it from one account to another, which means extra documentation for you, a big hassle of gathering these bank statements at the last minute, as well as us to having to review them and send it over to our underwriting. So don't move money around. Don't close a bank account if you can help it. Don't switch banks or anything like that. Just keep everything steady and stable for the 30 or 45 days we need to do the mortgage loan. And that will give you a much smoother and easier process through mortgage pre-approval to the close of your home. If you have any questions, reach out to me and my team. We are happy to work with you and excited to get going on helping you become a homeowner this year.